Okay, I'm standing in front of Henry Crown Fieldhouse, or Henry Crown Gymnasium, on the quadrangle side just to the south of where I'm standing is the new Campus North Residential Commons. The Crown Gymnasium was given to the university by Henry Crown, who was a very major industrialist and philanthropist in Chicago. His family is still very active on a very substantial way in supporting all kinds of cultural and intellectual organizations in the city and the nation, including the University of Chicago. They've recently given a major gift to rename and further support our School of Social Service Administration. It's now the Crown Family School of Social Work. But this particular building was opened in 1931-32 in the midst of the Depression. It was not easy to build a building in the midst of the Depression. We were able to do it because of the support of the Crown family. And it was a facility for exercising. And when the university was first opened, there was, again, you had the midways. You could kind of run around the midway. They built a small swimming pool was built in Ida Noyes Hall. There was the other facilities just across from Washington Commons. But this was a building that was dedicated in a fairly substantial way toward health and fitness, and has been used ever since. It's also was the place for the there are photographs at the time of hundreds of students taking placement exams and other exams associated with the college and associated with the Common Core curriculum. When the Core was created in the 1930s, the idea was that you could pace yourself through each core course, and if you could pass what was called the comp was a 6 or 8 hour exam on your particular course given in May of every year. If you could pass it, then you're done. You were done. You didn't have to go to class. If you had a photographic memory, you could simply get all the books that were assigned, read them by yourself. And this was kind of a famous notion. It's kind of taking individual autonomy to the nth degree. Of course, most students did go to class, and most faculty taught students in class. But there were a small number of students that would do this. In any event, the place where these comps were administered every year was this building. It was also the place where when you came in the 40s, 50s, 60s, you took your placement exams, because if you had a particularly strong record in high school, you could place out of requirements. And so that in a way, for many students, this was not an athletic facility, this was a curricular facility where you took exams to advance your standing as a student in the college, or in some cases even in some of the master's and doctoral programs. The philanthropy of the Crowns is extraordinary. As I said, it's continued down to the present. And most recently, they gave us a quite wonderful gift to light the facade. I'm standing now on the north side of Crown Gymnasium. This was always very dark facade in the evening, and they gave us a very generous gift to light it. And so that in the evening, and I'm looking over here at the new campus residence halls, which on a cold winter's night when you have snow on the ground, you have all of this light coming out of these great buildings designed by Gene Gang. And now if you turn and look to the Crown facade, you have light coming out of this way. So the quadrangle now on a kind of cold January or February evening is alive with light. And it's really quite stunning, it's really quite beautiful. It's worth a visit to the University of Chicago, in spite of the weather you may find in January or February. And this project to, not to restore, because the lighting never existed, but to create a kind of bank of really beautiful lights that will, of light that will kind of surround our new quadrangle, is really owing to, again, to the philanthropy and the generosity of the Crown family, and I'm very grateful.